Aloha! This is the third video in a three-part series on the three biggest blocks to more fun and flow in your life. In this video, I'm going to share block number 3, which is being stuck in a rut or in your routines. I'll be sharing how to know if you're stuck, how to shift out of feeling stuck or feeling frozen, and some tips for creating momentum. So make sure that you watch to the end for an opportunity to join me for a free live playfulness workshop next week. I'm Julen, a feng shui expert and psychic and founder of the Love Your Life program, which helps you stop spinning your wheels and second guessing your decisions and start taking action with clarity and confidence to truly love your life. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. And if you know someone who would enjoy my content, please share it. We love to share. So let's dive into this. How do you know if you're stuck? Sounds like a funny question. And if you're bored with your life and routines and feel like you're living a Groundhog Day life, hopefully that doesn't age me too much. If you're familiar with that movie, it's basically living the same day in and out. And if you're doing that, you know probably that you're stuck. And this kind of life isn't really living. It's just existing. And it's also not fun. Sometimes, though, the signs that you're stuck in a rut are a little bit more subtle. So I want to share some of those. Maybe lacking motivation. Maybe you're feeling tired or even lethargic. You can't seem to make progress on life goals, or you've hit a plateau. Or you're just feeling uninspired. Those are all signs that you're stuck, right? So how do you shift out of being stuck or being in a rut? This is where the fun begins, right? The first step is really about calling it out. So I know you've heard this before, but the first step to getting unstuck is awareness. Being aware that you are stuck is the first part of it, right? So think about this, like what part of your life feels stuck? Where are you feeling frozen or not taking action? Acknowledge what you're feeling and be clear about where you are right now, like your current state of affairs, right? And even what you don't like about being there. So I always often recommend that you journal about something like that. And then step number 2 is deciding what you want. So, okay, so you know you don't want to remain stuck. You don't want to stay where you're at. What is it that you do want? What needs to change in your life for you to have more fun, for you to feel happier, to enjoy life every single day? Yes, enjoy life every single day. What needs to happen for that to be true for you? You need to make up your mind. You actually need to decide to create something different in your life, right? If you feel uncertain about what to change, you can start with deciding to add more fun and more playfulness into your life. So if you're ready to decide you want something different, say heck yes in the comments and feel free to share what you want as well. And if you're, again, could be just a more fun and more playful life, right? Okay. And then to continue shifting out of being stuck, you do need to create momentum. Momentum, by its very definition, requires movement. You can't create momentum or flow in your life by standing still and doing nothing. Think about it. Even if you head in the wrong direction, it's a lot easier to change directions once you're moving. If you're on a bike or in a car and trying to make a turn while you're stopped, you can't do it. Like, it's almost impossible. I mean, I guess with the bike, you could sort of like jockey it, but it's really difficult. So you have to be moving even to shift directions. So how do you create momentum? I'm going to give you 3 potential ways to do this. First is act now. You have to get the ball rolling. You've got to start moving. Don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect place, the perfect circumstance, the perfect opportunity. Begin now. It's really important because, as I mentioned, you can't build momentum if you're sitting still, staying in one place. Second thing, start anywhere. You don't need to take the perfect action. Just get moving. You can always change course when you get going if you run into an obstacle or if you find a different direction more appealing. And I'm going to give you kind of a funny example about this. So when I wanted to make a change and add more exercise into my life, I was looking for something that would be fun. So something that I could exercise my body, but would also have fun doing. And I was looking at kind of activities on the island, and there was an open gym session for badminton. I used to really like playing badminton when I was young. So I thought, okay, I'll try this. I don't know, didn't really know how physically active it would be or anything like that. But I was like, I'm going to try this, right? Well, honestly, I almost laughed myself silly doing this because I could not see the dang little birdie. The birdie was white, and so was the ceiling of the gym. And I even put my glasses on. I don't typically need my glasses for distance, but I put my glasses on and that didn't even help. I did end up staying for the whole session and I played a few games, but definitely discovered that badminton was not going to work for me, right? So later I tried pickleball and absolutely loved that. The balls are bigger. They're kind of like big wiffle balls. And they're usually yellow or green, so they're a lot easier to see. Plus the court is smaller, you're playing outside, and it's actually a lot better exercise too. So, but I did something, and that got the ball rolling and eventually led me to doing something that did make a shift for me, did get me out of that exercise rut, if you will. Okay. Third thing, change your physical location. So for some people, this actually means moving to a new home, a new state, or a new country. Like for me, that was a big shift for me to move from Minnesota to Maui, right? That was a huge physical location change. And one thing that I looked at when I made that move, actually when I was considering the move, because I didn't know right away that I was meant to move to Maui. That didn't come in until after I started exploring this. And so I was looking at different places and I learned about astrocartography. Have you ever heard of this? So depending on when and where you were born, there are specific geographic locations where you'll find more success in your career, in romantic relationships, or maybe even just feel better visiting. And these are places that are on what they call your good lines. So there's different lines that run through various places. So Maui is close to a good line for me. The Pacific Northwest, where I just spent a couple months this summer, is also on a very good line for me. And so it's a very interesting thing. I'm not an expert by any means about this, but I do find it interesting. And I do have a friend that offers these type of readings. So simply traveling to a new place or visiting a new area can help shift your perspective and help you see things from a different vantage point, which then sparks new ideas and creates momentum. So here's what I want you to try today. Here's your action for today. Go somewhere you have never been before, whether that's driving or walking, could be even a new restaurant, a new park, or even the top of a hill overlooking an area that you visit often. Notice this new perspective. What's new and different here? What do you like? What don't you like? And then notice over the next few days afterwards how your outlook or perspective on your life has changed. Do you have some fresh ideas for shaking up your routine? Just allow what wants to bubble to the surface to come to the surface. So for more support and ideas on that, make sure to join my discussion or the discussion around this in my private Facebook group. It's called Find Your Flow with Feng Shui and Angels, and there will be a link to that below. So this is the last video in the Biggest Blocks to Fun series. To keep the fun and momentum going, join me for a free playfulness workshop. It's going to be live on Tuesday, August 30th. Sorry, there's not going to be a recording offered for this event. But in this fun and interactive live session, we'll be looking at 5 improv lessons that can create more fun and flow in your life. We're going to be playing with simple and kind of silly exercises to give your mind a spa day, to really get you out of your head and to tap into your creativity. And then we'll be exploring one option for creating a more playful, joy-filled, and fulfilling life. Make sure to register. The space is limited, so make sure that you go ahead and register. And you can't get in if you don't register because it is on Zoom. It's not going to be in my Facebook group, so you do have to register for the event in order to get the Zoom link for that day. So hope you join me. We'll see you next time. Have an amazing, amazing day.